Hello, good morning. You are welcome to our class this morning, Social Studies SHS 1. And our topic for this morning is on causes of road accidents in Ghana. What are road accidents? What are road accidents? Road accidents are unintended events involving vehicles, pedestrians, or cyclists. That is any unforeseen or misfortune that will happen for vehicles and pedestrians to get themselves involved in an unfortunate situation, which sometimes lead to death, injuries, and damage of properties. Understanding the causes of accidents will help to reduce accidents and save lives in our society. Let's look at our learning outcomes for the day. What we expect the learner to acquire at the end of this presentation. 1. Building awareness of safety practices on our road. 2 is to help the learners think about responsible citizenship. And this is our objective, or what we expect the learner to know by the end of this presentation. Then let's look at major causes of road accidents in Ghana. In Ghana, there are 3 main factors that lead to road accidents. They are human factors, vehicle factors, and environmental or road factors. Human factors, and our first point is on overspeeding. This involves driving above the legal speed limit. At times when drivers are driving, there will be a signage or a road sign which indicates with a red and white background marking 50, which is cross. This clearly shows that drivers are not to drive, their speedometer is not to exceed 50. But you see some drivers going beyond that, even with all these signs. So this is a one way. Drivers are also supposed to reduce reaction time. They should wait for their turn. They shouldn't crisscross. When they see traffic lights, stop. They must, red means stop. You have to stop. You shouldn't just cross. All these leads to accident. Also, it causes loss of control on vehicles. Some drivers end up driving or overspeeding where they are not supposed to. So if anything crashes or crosses their way, they are not able to stop at once as a result of the excess overspeeding they are driving on the roads. Still on human factors, we are also looking at reckless driving. This also involves overtaking on blind spots, ignoring traffic signage, tailgating other vehicles. More often than not, what we see on our roads is drivers who are in a competition trying to bypass or overtake the other. They do this recklessly. Where they are not supposed to overtake, they do it. Other drivers too don't know, or they simply avoid the major road signs on our road, especially where there are traffic lights in major cities in Ghana. The red light will be on, which indicates stop. You see drivers moving, others yellow, get ready, they will be moving. And these things lead to accidents, and it's not helping matters on our roads. Another human factor is drinking and driving. More often than not, uh, drivers get drunk whilst on the road. This affects their ability to reason and do correct judgments and obey instructions as far as driving is concerned. Drunkenness also slows down their reaction and time to prompts on the road, and this affects their driving efficiency, which leads to road accidents. This attitude of drunkenness on the part of drivers also lead to poor decisions behind the wheel. More often than not, when you get drunk, you don't do things in the normal way. You might be doing things abnormal, which will lead you into a major road accident. Driving fatigues. You see that drivers, with their aim of getting more money, would want to even go ahead and drive when they are tired. More often than not, what we realize is they drive for long hours without rest, and this can lead to drowsiness, which can increase a lot of mistakes on the part of the driver, because the mind is not in its proper state and the body too is tired. It will lead to some acts in the course of the driving which can lead to road accidents on our roads. Our next major factor is about vehicle factors, which is also one of the major causes of road accidents in Ghana. Some of the vehicle related causes includes poor maintenance, brake failure, worn out tires, broken lights, and so on and so forth. More often, when drivers wake up, they don't check their, ment- their vehicles before they set off on the roads. They don't maintain their vehicles regularly. Some don't even put water, they don't change their oil. When they detect that there is a problem here or there, they don't pay heed or attention to it, and it can lead to a major damage and further on lead to an accident on our roads. Some drivers also, in the course of driving, have a brake failure, and this can lead to accidents as well because they are not able to control their brakes. The car can just swerve into a hole, dunk down people, crash down car, and a whole lot of unfortunate thing can happen. Some also, when they see that their tires are worn out, they don't replace, and this can even lead to tire burst or anything, which can also be dangerous on our roads. Broken lights. Some drivers, because they don't replace or repair their lights when it's off or it's not functioning, when they are driving at night, can cause accidents because they don't see what is in front of them. And our third factor is on environmental or road factors, which is also a major causes of road accidents in Ghana. Bad roads conditions. We normally experience roads with potholes or uneven surface. On our roads, we have a lot of potholes in our major roads in Ghana. Some roads are not properly leveled and tied, so the surfaces are not uniform. Drivers who are not used to this kind of road, or even though they may be a visiting driver, or that's the nature of the road, they find it difficult doing the right thing, and this can sweep, especially when it rains, and a whole lot of things can happen as a result of this. Poor or missing road signs. Most of our roads don't have road signage. Either they are not on the roads, or they have worn out, or some people have destroyed it, or there has been a previous accident that has hit the signage and is on the floor. All these things are not replaced. In Ghana also, we don't have street lights. Most of our streets do not have street lights, and this make driving in the night difficult, and at times it leads to some road accidents in the country. And in areas where we have sharp bends without any warning sign, that can be dangerous and lead to major road accidents in our communities. Lastly, we are on pedestrian related causes, and this involves crossing road carelessly, not using pedestrian crossing or what we normally refer to as zebra crossing, and walking or playing close to moving what? Traffic. Some people who have their houses by the roadside, often kids will be seen playing alongside major moving traffic on our major roads, and this is dangerous. Some pedestrians, instead of using road crossing or zebra crossing lines, will decide to cross anyhow, anywhere on their routes, and they might be knocked down by an oncoming vehicle. Other pedestrians, when crossing roads, do not take their time to turn left, right, and left again, and make sure that there is no vehicle which is close to them or which can cause accident before they cross. They just cross anyhow. All these things result into accidents on our roads in Ghana. Now let's look at some additional causes of road accidents in our country. There are other causes such as the use of mobile phone by drivers while driving. Either they are talking on the phone, chatting on the phone, and all this distracts their attention, and they may end up causing road accident. Other ones too, like overloading of vehicles. Some vehicles more often, either they overload human beings or they get their vehicles overloaded with what? Luggages, which is more than what the car can carry. So with a little shake or something on the roads, since our major roads are not in good shape, the vehicle can easily turn down and roll over, and this can lead to an accident on our road. Then lastly, we have lack of enforcement of traffic laws. The police and all those who are supposed to do it must get involved, the DVLA, and check drivers to put them on their toes so that they enforce the right laws as far as traffic is concerned in this country. We are moving on to effects of road accidents. After the accidents have already occurred, what are the consequences or the impacts it will have in our lives as Ghanaians? One, we see that when there is road accident, it would not lead to loss of lives and injuries. Many people in our country lose their breadwinners, and most youth and productive population lose their life in this accident. This affects families, this affects the nation, since it will affect our productivity as a nation. And when it comes to family too, it will affect them because the breadwinner is no more. At times too, they may not lose their life, but they will have an injury which will make them incapacitated for a longer period of time, or they will be in wheelchair or anything which will affect their lives so much. Disability. Some end up losing their hands, their legs, and a whole lot of things. Their sight as a result of accidents. Road accidents in Ghana is very horrible. Therefore, we must do our best to avoid this. And the next one is about financial burdens on family. After the accident has occurred, when the injuries come, people are hospitalized for so many years. Families and friends have to pay a lot of medical bills for their loved ones to get back to shape. These also affect their our national productivity as a country. The able-bodied men who are supposed to work for our productivity to go higher are dead as a result of lose their life as a result of accident, or they are disabled and they are no longer able to work as they used to, and all these affect our country, Ghana. Okay, let's move on to the prevention of road accidents. How do we prevent or how do we avoid road accidents on our roads? The first one is about obeying speed limits. We should avoid overspeeding on our roads. And when we see a signage which is talking about speed limits, drivers are supposed to do as it is. This will help save us from a lot of accidents on our road. 2. Regular vehicle maintenance. Drivers should be put to task to maintain their vehicles as far as they are using it for commercial purposes. There must be a mechanism to check that all vehicles are in good conditions before drivers put them on their routes. And even with the private drivers, they are also supposed to check their vehicles before they set off on our roads. Then the next one is about drinking whilst driving. Drivers must avoid drinking and driving, and there should be mechanisms in place to check on our roads drivers who are drunk and they are driving, and they must be brought to book to face the law. Proper road construction and signage. It is also the duty of the government to provide infrastructures on our road, which include road signage and proper condition of our roads. The government as well as other individuals should help so that our roads will be in good shape to avoid accidents. Lastly, pedestrian crossing. Pedestrian crossing, or what we normally say in Ghana as zebra crossing, should be placed at vantage points so that pedestrians can cross easily or use our routes easily without any interference, which will lead to accidents. Then let's move on to our class activity for the day. You are to do this and return the assignment when you come back to campus. Discuss how road accidents affect Ghanaians' economy. And the second one is suggest 3 ways communities can help reduce accidents in our country. To sum up, road accidents have multiple causes. We've also learned that human behavior is a major factor of road accidents. And we also discussed the prevention, which requires teamwork for drivers, pedestrians, and authorities. For this lesson, our references is from the GES curriculum or syllabus from GES SHS 1 and some from Road Safety Commission and from our notes and textbook we use in class.